Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel on a continuing series of Variator repairs and installations. On this particular video, we will be showing the installation of the Variator. But before we get to that, I want to show some of the things that are a common issue that you need to look at when you remove yours from your tractor. First is this pivot bolt. You'll see how I got it all nice and shiny and polished, which goes into the Variator swing arm. It should move in and out nice and smoothly. Ones that have been in for a long time get corroded and they freeze up inside the bushings, and the arm will not swing freely. So when you purchase one of my overhauled Variators, you will get a nice clean shiny bolt, and it'll also be pre-lubricated on the bolt shank as well as on the bushings. One other actual installation trick, it's kind of easy because these things weigh about 15 pounds, kind of hard to put in by yourself. So if you take a piece of butcher's twine, as I got on here, on the Variator speed link, which actually attaches to this point I'm showing here. When you pull it up vertically, you can have your helper help pull up the Variator into the slot as well as you are pushing up from the bottom to get it to line up with a pivot bolt. When you receive one of my Variators on the eye bolt, you'll notice that I have threaded down the small nut here. It's 1.5 inches from the top of the thread to the nut. That's the initial setting for your traction. Now let's move over to the tractor, which is a 214 that's being rebuilt from the ground up. My camera person is going to show where the Variator has just recently been installed, and she now is panning in on it. You will notice that vertical link I was referring to is right where my pointer is. So if you have the butcher's twine tied on the end, you can actually pull it up from the bottom, and then you can push it up from the bottom. Most of you work for just on a jack stand, so it's kind of tough being tight under there and getting these pushed up and lined up. Now your pivot bolt is right there. You can see that silver head of the bolt that goes through from the outside of the tractor and threads into a threaded portion of the frame here. So, and also this star washer here, this little serrated washer, and this gold colored bolt, that is your adjustment bolt for the Variator itself. Now I'm going to come through from the side with my pointer and point at that. As you can see it moving. And that's where you go in with your socket, loosen it up, and with the installation instructions you receive from me, you'll be able to adjust your Variator according to factory specifications. Now, another little gotchas on putting these in, if my camera person will come around, I'm going to point out the parking brake latch bolt. Okay, there's a knob actually on the end of that when it's totally installed. Now you notice I have it up and in the latched or in the detent on the pedestal. So now if we'll come around, I'll show you why you'll want to have this way. This is your parking brake where you set it. Now you notice it's elevated above the clutch pedal arm, which also becomes your parking brake stop for locking it. So you want to have that up like that, away from the arm, because when you put the bolt, or correction, the pin in the clutch clevis, you can move the shaft freely But if you have this in a down position and gets out of position, you'll see it could rub on the top of here, and you'll have to pull the pin back out and reinsert it. So this is a real little gotcha, which has gotten me a couple times too. So just pay attention to that, and you should have no problem installing your Variator. And I appreciate all the support that many of you have given me in the viewing the videos, plus purchasing the overhauled Variators. Thank you very much.